We'll start our presentation. The contents are here. What is risk management is that inflexible or unchangeable organization is clearly supposed to include fatal risk in the system and current highly and fast developing situation, no matter how its size is. It means that any system doesn't reach the best result even if anyhow behavior is done, being not adjustable for risk reduction due to variety and change in the system design or the organization decision making. Namely, the key for the most rational optimization along with keeping the development is actualized by using risk management adjustable to all organization or system. To solve the complicated issue struggling in a current fast-changing international situation. The point of risk is the local optimization would make the entire worth of the system. Well-balanced design and operations are required. Safety issue scope is shown here. As time passed, the plant system became larger and complex than one, and the problems are completely different for the time passed. The problem firstly caused on plant system was technical problem in 1930 onwards, and then the problems moved to human error problem, and then socio-technical problem and inter-social problem had been actualized. So right now, we must consider about the organizational accident. This shows the accident scope change as time passed. Accident model and error model would change as time passed. Firstly recognized accident model is domino model or chain model so-called. This is basic one in the accident model. We can analyze cause analysis. So in the management countermeasure is encapsulation, seek and destroy. This is based on the cause analysis and also a very simple method used for this. Next one is a completely different problem, which is loss of diversity as you know as Swiss cheese model. We must consider about common model failure. Risk analysis countermeasure is defense and barrier. The third problem is much more complicated one, namely organization accident. This is equal with fallacy of defense in depth. Defense in depth is a safety design principle. As an error in management, we must consider safety culture. Then move to next page's theme is human performance improvement for risk management. As we call, 80% are caused by human factor. For this reason, the risk reduction activities can be described as human performance activities. At present, the existing huge complex systems have been reduced in hardware risk through hardware countermeasures and quality assessment activities based on safety logic. So the remaining risk can be said to be events involving human factors. For this reason, risk reduction activities can be described as human performance improvement activities. Would like to comment on the human performance improvement. HPI, human performance improvement, is a risk management activity to reduce risk due to the human behavior in the system by understanding and optimizing human characteristics using the risk analysis and cause analysis. HPI means creating the environment and context where human abilities can be maximized, such as affordance, nudge, and so on. As you can see on this slide, traditional human factor perspectives are listed on the left side on the slide. We consider that risk management is included or added to the human factor perspectives in human performance improvement. In a nutshell, total optimization or long-term optimization are the purpose of HPI, and another characteristic not into physiological or psychological one, but we try to make judgment ability, that is cognitive characteristics, and also most important feature exist in humans. So environmental context is considered to improve human performance. That's why human performance improvement contains risk management and environment and context. We clearly consider that HPI is included a part of risk management activities. Points are both sub-prediction and optimization. We point out clearly that these 2 points are not included in human factor. Here is the most different part with human factor. This shows that a risk reduction process through HPI activities, which consist in 3 steps. In the design planning phase, risk analysis and countermeasures are conducted. It means that organizational and environmental design have been discussed, such as hazard elimination or substitution for reducing. This is the first countermeasure for the risk reductions. You know that in case that it have not been conducted, we must consider on barrier installations to reduce the frequent occurrences. Then, as a risk reduction, it is taken during runtime, such as peer check, flagging, task review, placekeeping, and so on. Taking this reduction also important. And finally, tackling measures when the problems occurred are cause analysis and countermeasures. These are indispensable whichever the problem placed on design problem or organizational problems. We must feedback them to the planning phase. These calculations for the risk reduction on HPI activities should be completed fluently. We think all of you know well this matrix. The point of risk assessment is that it is the most required thing to judge using quantitative concepts. We will explain risk analysis and cause analysis. Design phase and operation plan are so indispensable for risk analysis. Cause analysis flow are there. 1. Necessity and level of root cause analysis. 2. Understanding events, documents, interviews, and so on. And 3. Event organization. And 4. Causal organization. And 5. Completion of causal relationship and estimation of root cause. And 6. Planning of measures and evaluation of effectiveness. From number 2 to number 5 are analysis flow, and number 1 and number 6 are risk matrix, as we shown. Number 6 is the most important thing. It is important to master the analytical methods, but it is even more important to examine what is the analysis flow, which determines the level of detail of the analysis and what analysis method to use. Planning of a measure in step 6 is most important. That is because cause analysis is performed to take effective and versatile measures. Organizational cultures have 3 layers. The third layer is control activities, and accumulation of activity would change the third layer. Therefore, these activities make spiral movement. To tell the truth, defense in-depth fallacy causes a negative spiral. We want to change it into positive one. Due to make cause this changing, we believe that HPI continuity will actualize. Conclusions. Risk reduction measures that takes HPI into account include a risk analysis that predicts and takes countermeasures to prevent future risks, and a cause analysis that analyzes and provides feedback on errors to prevent recurrences of the past errors. That is, the risk analysis and cause analysis are two fields to drive risk reduction and human performance improvement in the huge and complex systems. Thank you.